Hello, welcome to this video lecture quiz on marketing analytics. We will expose you to some of the tools used in marketing analytics, but the focus of this video lecture is on understanding how important analytics has become, that is, the power of analytics, and how analytics are used. Data is now the most valuable commodity in the world, as exemplified by the most valuable companies in the world who are all in the business of data. In the past, we linked results to respondents. For example, we examined which respondents got a 3, and we knew that respondents 6, 11, 21, 31, and 41 were similar for this category. Probably your first data analysis ever felt like this. Whoa. We now group our respondents into heterogeneous clusters, that is, groups of reasonable size that were differentiable from other groups. So this has been the main driver of the value of data to date. It allowed us to know which groups should see which ads, since it fits their mindset or values, which is extremely valuable, since you now know who is more likely to be persuaded to buy your product, and with additional data, you will also know what information or type of argument, etc., is most likely to persuade them. And boom, you have a gold mine. Please now pause your video and answer your first video question in Canvas, which is, which type of clusters do marketers prefer? From here, consumers are often combined into multi-topic groups with similar interests to further refine the most appropriate promotions to show them. This is a political example, but we use the same process in the corporate world. As crazy as it might seem, data is about to get even more valuable. That is because the data players have so much data on all of us. They have access to us at an individual level through our social media as well as our phones and internet use. Next, they will use AI to personalize their promotions to us. A personalized ad breaks down our values, accents, beliefs, music tastes, etc., and then incorporates them into the ad. A core ad will still be identical for everyone in our heterogeneous cluster. However, AI will then modify the narrator's accent, the background music, and the fillers like sports types or religious preferences to be placed in the background to enhance our comfort and trust levels. The target audience will like and trust the ad at a subconscious level and thus like the product. On top of that, the viewer will probably not even know why they like the product so much.
Wow, I just love this product.
Now, please pause your video and answer this question in Canvas, which is, how is a personalized ad different from a standard ad? The three pillars of AI advertising are big data, AI expertise, and social media access. Based on who has the skill sets and access to the three pillars, it is likely that a firm like Meta will create a wholly owned subsidiary that is an ad agency. This move will put many of our existing ad agencies out of business, as well as make a lot of money for Meta. Now let's get into some marketing analytic basics. Step 1 is to collect our data via internet resources like sales history, or buy the data from collectors such as Google or Meta. Step 2 is to analyze the data. We will try to find segments, that is, heterogeneous clusters or patterns of buyer behavior, etc. From our analysis, we will then make informed decisions that enhance our chances to excel. 3 of the key performance indicators in marketing analytics are customer acquisition costs, which is how much does it cost to get a new customer. This includes advertising costs, sales personnel costs, administrative costs, etc. This helps us decide how valuable our current customers are and to what length should we go to keep them. This brings us to our second indicator, which is the customer's lifetime value. The lifetime value provides us with an estimate of how much the customer will spend with us over their entire lifetime business relationship with our firm. Our last indicator is what percentage of the customers we target and promote to will we convert to our products. Please now pause your video and answer this question in Canvas, which is, what is a conversion rate? Let's look at customer lifetime value a bit closer. We need to look at how much they originally purchased, how likely we are to retain them, future purchase sizes, etc. The combination of these items, adjusted by net present value, gives us a lifetime value of the customer. We will also add in the value of loyal customers promoting for us, that is using word of mouth, and other factors. Please now pause your video and answer this question in Canvas, which is, how do you determine the lifetime value of a customer? When collecting your data, you will need to go through these 3 steps. First, identify your data sources, that is, external data that is publicly available to you, or that you must purchase, as well as internal data, such as website analytics, customer relationship management software data, etc. Second, you must integrate your data, which can be a daunting task for a novice. So, if you are a novice with data, then you need to bring in some people with the skill sets to combine data into a unified data repository. Next, you need to clean the data. Lots of data is bad data. For example, a respondent just clicked all 6's on the questionnaire to finish it as fast as possible. Or maybe the question asked was a bad question, etc. Here is a bad question that I created based on an ad I often heard as a child. The ad said 4 out of 5 dentists recommend Trident sugarless gum for their patients who chew gum. So I thought to myself, how would I ask a question to get an 80% positive response rate? So I produced the leading question here. We call this a leading question, since we put the dentist in a position to choose from gum with sugar or no sugar. It has nothing to do with whether they actually tell their patients to chew gum of any type. Leading questions create bad data unless our goal was to create misleading data, which is probably the case for Trident. Another type of bad data is the double-barreled questions. A double-barreled question asks 2 things at the same time, so we do not know which of the 2 the respondent is answering. Would this respondent endorse or not endorse an inexperienced candidate versus a young candidate? Not the same thing. Please now pause the video and answer this question in Canvas, which is, why do we need to clean the data we collect? Internal reliability examines whether a question means the same thing to all people. If it means different things to different people, then it's a bad question. For example, if I asked you, do you like this video? That is probably a bad question, since whether you like it or not might depend on its length, animation, the topic presented, etc. All of these perspectives represent very different ideas and issues. Validity addresses, does the question measure what it's supposed to measure? If I asked you, if you feel this video is a good learning experience, but I am supposed to ask you if you feel you now understand the concept of marketing analytics, then my first question is actually invalid. Sampling addresses who we asked about an issue. A census asks everyone. A random sample means we asked a subset of people, but everyone had an equal chance of being selected. The best subset is the stratified random sample, which ensures that each subgroup is represented and also weighted according to the percentage they represent of the population. Please now pause your video and answer this question in Canvas, which is, what is the most preferred type of sample? We can get data from many sources. 3 of the primary sources of data are website analytics, social media analytics, and email marketing analytics. Website analytics provides website traffic, statistics, information on user behaviors, conversion rates, etc. Social media analytics tracks viewer engagement, reach, and conversion ratios. Email marketing analytics monitors email open rates, click-through rates, etc. To know if a marketing campaign is effective, you must define your campaign objective, such as a 20% conversion rate. Then track your key metrics, such as your conversion rate, and then analyze your performance. Data-driven results can help you optimize your efforts. It helps you decide which target market is the most receptive to your offerings, or which distribution channel is the most effective, or select which content in a promotion is the most effective by allowing you to compare and contrast the results of your previous promotional efforts. When you get to your analytical results, you want to present it to others in a manner that is easy to understand. For example, don't use complex spreadsheets with a bunch of numbers up there. Use charts, graphs, etc. to communicate in an effective yet visually pleasing manner. Conclude with actionable recommendations based on your findings. Please now pause your video and answer this question in Canvas, which is, how can you make data analysis results interesting to others? That concludes part 1 of our Marketing Analytics video lecture. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.